Thank you for coming back to another video where we'll be doing a few things, but I also want to say thank you first and foremost if you watched a prior video on configuring and verifying the IP version 4 and IP version 6 access list for traffic filtering. In this video, we're actually going to take a look at configuring some IP tables. And what that's going to look like is just take a look over just those IP tables in terms of applying secure design principles to network architecture, for example, IP and non-IP protocols, the segmentation, secure network components, designing and establishing, of course, secure communication channels, as well as preventing and mitigating network attacks. So we're actually going to get started with our first exercise here. All right, perfect. So we got Kali up and running, and our first exercise is going to be configuring the IP tables. Now, Kali, right, it's a multifaceted Linux OS that mainly focus on like Tor security and penetration testing. It could be a wide range of tools for like port scanners, both active and passive, to forensic tools, which I've done in another video, which can be used to pull deleted data off of hard drives, right? But nonetheless, now that we've got this up and running, actually going to swivel over to Win801. And we're actually going to run a few things here. Let's see, because a part of this is about Telnet, right? And what Telnet is, let me make sure I fix this first. All right, it's a fundamental service found on almost all computing devices, right? When remote administration is required. So what I'm doing now is evolving, installing the service and manually configuring the connection service. So let's get these going here, right? Okay. I'm actually going to run a few more, well, one more thing after this finishes. Should be just a few more seconds. There we go. Perfect. Let's run something else here. So I just need to look for Telnet specifically. All right, take a look at these properties here. I'm going to change the startup type to automatic, and I'm going to apply it, and this is going to allow me to start it. Perfect. So we're good. We're up and running. We're automatic. So we're good there. All right. So let's actually, let's see. Let's take a look at our control panel. I'm going to take a look at a few things. Pretty much just disabling the firewall. Let's turn this off here. There we go. Perfect. Everything is red. That's what we want to see. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is just test the bidirectional traffic through Telnet and the secure shell connections. So we're just going to check the communications pathway that has been established, allowing the traffic flow through either the Telnet or the secure shell. And I'm going to actually utilize this with PuTTY here. So let's actually take a look at our IP. Then I'm going to try to log us in. Perfect. So I'm just going to leave the connection on the secure shell, right, that we have. So, well, I did leave it on the secure shell rather when I was logging in. So I'm not going to swivel back over to Kali. I'm going to take a look here so we can take a look at Telnet. All right. We're going to do. All right, so access denied, it closed the connection, which is fine. But the fact that the login screen appeared means that the Telnet is working on both devices. Right, so to summarize, we have a secure shell connection into Kali and the Telnet connection leaving Kali. So these are ports that we can now configure on IP tables. So I'm actually going to close this here. And now we're going to actually stop those Telnet connections from leaving Kali and then connecting to external devices, and also stop Secure Shell from connecting to Kali from external sources. So let me open a new one here so I can take a look at our IP tables. Okay. Let's see. Usually user error. Okay, I see what happened. Right, no problem. There we go. Perfect. All right, so now that's rejected or in line to be rejected. So now we're just going to do another here, but instead of port 23, um, uh, there we go. We're going to do 22. It goes over. Okay, come on. There it is. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to review the IP tables firewall configuration. So let's see. Oh, yeah, that's not what I intended. There we go. As we can see here, right? So the configuration has taken effect. So we could test this configuration by actually reviewing the information presented. We can actually do that with the GUI for like ZenMap. So to test the connection, I'm going to open up ZenMap here. All right, and it's a useful tool, right, for checking configurations of a firewall to view the contents of what's going to pass through, right? So it's a very important concept to always ensure testing of the system, right, that is taking place in the configuration has the expected outcome. So what I'm going to be doing is implemented only a basic check with ZenMap, which also offers an opportunity to view what a port scanner also will see once the port is configured. So now that I have it open here, I'm going to leave it at intent scan. All right. And the result from the scan should just start to load here. It may take some minutes. And we should be able to see ports 22 and 23 and how they've been filtered. Okay. All right, so I'm actually going to minimize this while it's doing what it needs to do. So what I'm going to do now for this task is going to configure the IP table to drop the secure shell. So I'm going to be applying rules to drop it to the device, and then I'm going to do another test to validate that this has taken place on our system by using the ZenMap, bringing it back up again. So I'm actually going to let me do another one here. Probably shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, perfect. So now I'm going to take a look at the change that I just made. All right. See here, reject. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to actually bring back up ZenMap. All right. And let's see, I'm actually going to stop it and then do another scan. Okay, perfect. So then it should, the results should appear the same, but I just want to confirm. All right. And just for the effort of moving everything along and moving forward, presumably that will get the results we're looking for. I'm going to swivel back over to Win 10. I'm actually going to reopen Putty. I'm going to close it out. It should. Actually, let me take a look at one more thing. Okay, so I'll check your shell. Just want to confirm the value is connecting to secure shell. And just to confirm that the connection is going to be dropped, which it looks like it might be because it doesn't want to load from, yep, there it is. That's what we wanted. So the connection was dropped by Kali IP table, so it's refusing the connection, right? That brings us now also to the end of the video. Again, just for a brief recap, we just configured some IP tables between Kali Linux and Windows machines. And that was fun. And what we're going to do for our next video, we're going to actually take a look at some Windows command line tools. So I'll see you there. Stay curious, stay secure.